on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. Today we're checking out a new product that we're offering. This is our QVO Tactical thumb cliff for the TLR7A. Guys, it's going to be a short overview on this new offering that we're going to be having on the website very shortly here. You guys remember when I was shooting the initial review on my new carry setup, the Mischief machine with the FDES Fuse 4.3 inch? One thing that I noticed was that I kept reaching for something like my thumb cliff on the X300. I run a really aggressive thumbs forward grip, and I was just looking for that there. Same thing when we shot the Staccato C review, I was looking for it as well on this shorter light. So I decided to go home, spend a bunch of hours designing in some CAD software, and I was able to develop a solution. Pretty happy, pretty proud of myself because I did this in about 8 to 10 hours of R&Ding and messing around with 3D printers and stuff. The final product is here. These are all MJF. These are nylon 12 material, so pretty much the same material that you see in your grips. This is all nylon 12, stuff like that. So very durable. It's the same stuff we use on our thumb cliffs, and we haven't been able to break one. So, and at the same time, we warranty our products, guys. But we want to kind of go over it, show you guys the benefits of it, show you guys some of the things you need to know regarding holster fitment, regarding light operation, stuff like that. That way everybody understands before you purchase this product. Want you guys to be informed. But let's jump into a few of the things with the two setups that we have out here, the Staccato C and the FDES 365. So you're going to notice that the piece is wedged in here in this gap. I'm going to take the TLR7 HLX. Now this will work on a TLR7A, TLR7X, TLR7 HLX, any of the TLR7 variants, it's going to work. This is not for the sub though. For the sub right now I use my antimatter wing, great product, but the thing is you can't get those for this because this piece is not removable. So with that being a factor, we had to figure out where do we have area or room that we can attach something. So if you guys notice, I'm going to show you that gap here. See this gap in here? So you can use a different key. Right now on this specific Mischief machine setup, I'm running the 1913 number 3 key, and that gives me a 1/4 inch gap in there, and that's all you need. And when it comes to holster fitment, a 1/4 of an inch isn't enough to offset anything. It still goes in, it still locks in place, and it still covers the trigger guard, as you're going to see here in the video. This is the TLR7 thumb cliff. You can see here, it's got walls built up to stick around the trigger guard. It has texturing here and knurling, that way you can have a little bit of texture when you're pressing down. And then it's got support under here. This all makes contact with the weapon light. It is made to the exact dimensions of this and slides in and just is held in place. Once you bolt this onto the gun, the trigger guard pushing forward and the gun pushing down lock it into place. That way you can just throw down as much leverage as you want. So with this particular setup, you're going to see 1913 number 3 on this rail, and we'll show you guys a different SIG setup as well as the Staccato C. So you come in here, you'll tighten your light down to where it needs to go. I use a 9mm shell casing, and it kind of fits in this groove. They have a tool, you can use a nickel, but I always have a casing when we're on the range, so grab it, lock it in place. Boom, it's on there nice and tight, and as you guys can see, I can dump down as much leverage as I want and drive that muzzle down, and it's good to go. Covers in that 1/4 inch gap like we talked about, and then let me lock this back as I rotate the gun around. As you can see there, it is fully supported by the housing of the light. That way there's nothing hanging out that can get snapped off. Now the thumb cliff comes out just about a little over a 1/4 of an inch, and it gives you plenty of room to sit here and engage with your support thumb. As you guys will see, I'm going to drive it down as I just dump the rest of this mag. Stays super flat, perfect placement for my grip style. If you're somebody who likes to run your thumbs up higher, this probably isn't the product for you. I know that some other people's, like a Line Tactical, they make one that'll go through the takedown lever, so you might want to look into that one. But this one lets me run it super far forward, and I like running it there because I can easily come down and engage the control of the weapon light. You can see it's on if I need to from that position. Just super easy to get down there, hit it on, go back. Now I'm going to record through my optic for you guys. That way you can see how much I'm able to just track that dot and make the recoil be very minimal by throwing, you know, a lot of tension down here on my thumb. Now guys, for the Staccato C, the newest model that came out, the 4-inch variant with the full-size grip, you're going to be running a 1913 3 key. Let me show you real quick. As you equip this, you'll notice, boom, there's your little gap. That gap gives us enough room to, once again, slide in the TLR7A thumb cliff. Fits in there perfectly. You'll then attach your weapon light. Use my 9mm tool here. Get it nice and snug. There we go. And there you go. So what we noticed with this specific setup, it does have a little bit more room because of the shape of the trigger card being slightly different. What that's going to let you do now, we kind of, when we were R&Ding this, we noticed if you come on the back part of the thumb cliff, it'll let you engage the light. So you can use that to click on the light, click it back off. Now if you run your thumb up higher, my thumb's typically out here, I'll be pressing there and it does not engage. So as long as you're cognizant of that, you're not going to ND the light. But what's nice is if you're here and you want to just slide down and engage the light, you can. You can click it on there, click it back off, and go back to doing what you need to do. So it's kind of a bonus feature, is if there's a little more room in there, you're going to be able to do that. Now we're going to bring this up on range and show you guys how the recoil is looking with this. So I'll get my natural thumbs forward grip, and you see here, I'm pressing down, it's not engaging the light, and just watch the recoil here. And now recording through my optics so you guys can see how easy it is to track that red dot using this thumb cliff. It just stays in your field of view the entire time as you're able to just give a bunch of downward pressure on that recoil. Now this is our Radian 365 build, guys. However, it does utilize a stock X macro grip from SIG. So if you're somebody that has a stock configuration, you're going to want to run the TLR7A or the X or the HLX with the 1913 4 key. So when you use the 4 key, it's going to give it that gap that we need. So again, we'll insert it here, attach it here, and it sandwiches everything in place. Tighten down your light. Make it nice and snug. There we go. And it's in perfect placement. Unfortunately, like with how the fitment is like almost exact in here, you're not going to be able to move this down to engage the light. But again, because of where the placement is, it's very simple just to come down, hit the light, hit it off if you need. So you can come down, engage it, do your scans, click it off. You can still come down here, use the momentary feature if you'd like, and then come back up on the thumb cliff if need be as well. Here's what recoil is looking like on this Radian setup. And here's what it looks like through the optic. Now I wanted to have Marco hop on here for you guys and give his thoughts on shooting this. Like today is the first time we're getting these production models out here on the range. Marco, you typically use some type of thumb rest on like your match guns, like Open Division 2011 stuff, right?
It just helps keep the gun down on the double taps, especially at like 25 yards, because it just, your hands are locked. The gun ain't going nowhere when you're firing that string of fire like that. So it's nice to see the transformer to carry guns finally, which people are starting to realize like it's cheat to win, because I mean it's a gunfight, you better win. Let's see how this thing goes. Yeah, that dot is with control like a hose. It's almost like pretty much grabbing the front end right there. It's cheating.
Here's another view for you guys showing exactly how you can actuate the controls with our TLR7 thumb cliff and the light. As you can see, you just drop down from the thumb cliff, engage the light in momentary or in constant on or off. Very easy to get to, very intuitive. Your thumb comes right back up and you're good to go. Anybody that had issues or questions regarding that, I hope this video portion is going to answer those for you, but let me know down below in the comments as well.
Now guys, final thoughts and stuff that I want to break down for you on this new offering that we're going to be having on the website. It is the QVO Tactical Thumb Clip for the TLR7. Pros, you guys saw, it makes it very easy to mitigate recoil. Your thumb placement's already there because of the activation methods of the weapon light, so it should feel very intuitive if you're somebody that uses the thumb's forward grip, or if you're somebody that understands how to actuate the controls of your weapon light, this specifically being the TLR7A, or if you're like Marco and you shoot a lot of matches and you're used to using some type of lever for that extra advantage. Like Marco said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying when it comes to a gunfight. In regards to holster fitment, you'll see here you're going to have some type of blockout. Like, we'll design them if you're ordering a holster from us, but if you're not, you're going to have to manually do this. You can take a heat gun. We have different instructional videos on our Instagram account on how to adjust our holsters and stuff like that, but literally if you just took a heat gun or a blow dryer along this, the light channel, and then you could put in a pen, you could put in anything, a marker, something that's going to make a channel for this thumb clip, it's going to be good to go. The retention's based on the bottom of the light, so you shouldn't have any issues there. You'll also notice with the 1/4 inch space that we have to make there using a different included Streamlight TLR7 key, it does not hinder the holster fitment at all. You're going to be able to put that gun in the holster, and the trigger guard is still going to be covered up. I will say, like, the only thing that it's going to be a training thing is that if you're running it here on like this staccato setup, if you are placing your thumb on the back side of the light, you can ND accidentally engage the light. So it's, you're gonna have to be cognizant of that. Or if you run your thumb, further up on the thumb clip, it doesn't engage the light there. But it is also nice that if you want to engage the light, you can just tap down on that thumb clip and then do your scanning and whatever you need to do. So I know that's gonna be, a lot of people are asking like, hey, can you activate the light? With this particular model, you can. Now when it comes to Glocks, I know you guys are wondering, hey, why isn't Glock out here? For Glock, because they have that beveled out piece that comes off the frame, I'm going to have to design a specific one for Glock. It's already in the works. By the time you're watching this video, it should already be live and you can pick a Glock variant. So we'll have Picatinny variants and we'll have Glock variants most likely, like everything else in the industry. But yeah, that's the product that we came out with. I saw it's a niche product for sure, just like our thumb clips were, but our thumb clips were a huge success with the X300A model. And I know that if I was experiencing, this issue with not having anything out there where the weapon light activation placement was, if I was having that issue, probably somebody else out there was as well, and we're able to develop and get this product out to you guys. Pricing hasn't been set yet. I'm hoping it's going to be around $15 most likely. Definitely want to keep it cost effective, but I got to look at how many we have to buy in order to hit certain numbers with the manufacturer for the material nylon 12. So any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. We'll do our best as the emails come in to update, exactly which keys that we're finding that work for specific models. So right now, you guys saw for the X Macro stock grip, for Staccato C or CS grip, and for the Mischief machine setup that we have, that's my EDC with the FDES slide. Any questions, leave them down below. We appreciate the support immensely with this product, guys. All the feedback that we got on Instagram when we were, kind of teasing this was really good. So, Marco, appreciate you checking it out, man, as always. Marco kind of walks through and goes over things that he sees from the competition world, and he's got a background in R&D and development with other companies, so it's cool to have his input on this stuff as well. But my big thing was making it functional and making sure that it's got enough support built into the weapon light, because guys, there's nothing, you're not screwing, you're not bolting anything on. This just fits right in place, which is something I wanted. That way you don't have to go out and get extra screws or other tools. It slides right in there and it locks in place very securely. I've been running this. I've been running a 3D printed prototype one that held up. So now that we have these fully, multi-jet fusion models of nylon 12, they're going to be even stronger. So appreciate it again. Thanks for watching, and any questions, let us know. We'll see you in the next video.